I think it's time for another earbud review, don't you? Roll the intro. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Brannon No, and I love to do tech reviews, camera gear, and even silly ass vlogs. If any of that seems to pique your interest, I challenge you, hit that subscribe button of mine, hit the bell, hit all, and you guys will be on your way in receiving all the content that yours truly provides for you. All right, so here we are again with another earbud review, and this one's a little confusing for me, as it may be confusing for you. DIGDIY has reached out to me once again. Now here's the funny part. They asked me to do their DN10, which I did a video about a month ago on these versus the M-Pals, how they are identical, which they are, because they come from the same exact manufacturer. They're just different name stamps, okay? So they reached out to me again and asked if I would be interested in doing their DIGDIY D10. And I said, I already did your DIGDIY D10. I'm thinking, Twilight Zone going on. Oh no, Mr. No D, we're talking more features added to the D10. I'm like, oh, well, sure, send them over. We'll do a review. And here we are. So let's go ahead and dive in deeper into the box and see all the contents, test them out, and see if they're really worth the upgrade from the DN10 to the D10. Yeah, let's go. All right, first up, you're going to get yourself the accordion style instruction booklet, and it's got some color into it, very in-depth, very easy to follow along in how to get yourself up and running with your new purchase of your earbuds. And for those that don't like to read instructions, they also equip you with a quick master guide on how to get yourself connected very fast and not have to go through all the entire details. Very nice as well. Another nice feature that DIGDIY does give you is a 2-year warranty. Now, a lot of companies, you'll notice, will give you either 90 days or a year, and that's it. So they are equipping this with a 2-year warranty to back their product. I think that's a great feature to have right off the bat. Also in the box, you're going to get your USB Type-C. We all love the Type-C. Don't have to say any more about it. We love it. It's great. Keep them coming. Thank you, guys. Also in the box, you're going to get yourself small, medium, and large silicone ear tips to get you that perfect fit. The earbuds themselves came with the medium on already, and they seem to work just fine in my ears right out of the box. Now, before we get into the actual model of the D10, I wanted to throw out the M-Pow X3s and the DIGDIY N10s so you could see for yourself. They are exactly identical. I mean, from the size of the case to the earbuds themselves, everything is exact. It's the same manufacturer, different name stamp. So we can go ahead and take the M-Pals, set them aside, since we're going to be working with the DIGDIY D10s. And what you'll notice right away is the case is totally different. They've definitely changed the style. And I'm really liking it because even though it's wider than the original N10, it's flatter. If you could see that, it's less thick, and in the pocket is going to be much better to carry around than this thicker piece, because having a bigger ball, having a thicker piece of plastic in your pocket is not as comfortable as a smaller one. Let's not go there. Although these have a really nice magnet that sucks the earbuds right into the case, we are not going to go with a crazy Brannon gravity test on this review because I already tested it earlier just to see if they would fall out. You give it a good shake and there you have it. It's right in your hand. So you don't want to go too crazy with these, but I do know that once they're open and you flip them upside down and you give them a very light shake, they're not going to come out. So you should be fine as long as you don't get all crazy with your earbud case. And looking at both earbuds, they're very similar in shape and size. And also when I put them in my ears, I didn't notice any difference whatsoever. They're both very comfortable, very lightweight. They're very light in the hands, very comfortable. Didn't notice much difference there. The big difference you're going to notice is actually on the stem itself. And on the N10s, they have a little bit of an indentation that you can clearly see. And on the D10s, why they got rid of that, I'm not too sure. Maybe the touch sensors are changed a little bit, maybe more responsive. I guess we'll find out in the testing. All right, let's nerd out for a quick second because I want to be able to show you guys the different features that they added to the D10s versus the N10s so you can have an idea if it's really worth... I was going to say if it's really worth the money difference, but here's the thing, and we don't have to like prolong this any longer than it has to be. They're both $59.99, okay? Both earbuds right now on Amazon at the time of this review are $59.99. So the elephant's out of the room. So here's what I think is going to happen. They're going to drop the price. They have to drop the price on the N10s because everybody would buy the D10s unless they're doing away with the N10s. I'm not sure. But all I can tell you is right now, they're both the same price. So obviously the proof's in the pudding. Of course you would go with the D10s. I mean, they've got more options and I'm going to tell you those options right now. All right, let's get to it. Okay. All right. So looking at the back of the boxes, now they both have Bluetooth 5.0, and this is something else interesting I found that I was watching somebody else's video on these, which I like to do. I like to kind of watch what other people are saying about it just to get an idea of what I'm dealing with and to see if I find the same features and complaints and what have you. One of the gentlemen has claimed that they have the Bluetooth 5.2 in the D10s versus the N10s. That, however, is not true. I have not found it to be true. I've looked at both of these on Amazon. Nowhere does it say that the D10s have the Bluetooth 5.2. And as a matter of fact, I can take the box and show you exactly that it says right there in white print, Bluetooth 5.0. So whatever ones you got, if you have 5.2, show me. I want to see it. Okay. That being said, both have 5.0 Bluetooth. We're going with that. Both have the IPX8 waterproofing. Excellent rating, but they're both IPX8, so nothing's changed there. Now, here's where you're going to get a little bit of difference. You're going to get 6 hours and 18 hours of ANC off. So what they're basically saying is 6 hours on the earbud, 18 hours on the case with ANC on. On the D10s, you're going to get 10 hours on the earbud and 30 hours of ANC off. So there you go. You're getting a lot more playtime with the newer earbuds. And I'm thinking because the case is bigger or maybe wider, you've got a little bit more room for a little extra juice. Both take 2 hours to charge. No difference there. Both the operation range, 33 feet. No difference there. They both have the 28 dB ambient noise, preventing almost 80%, they're saying, of noise. So you're cutting out about 80%. They're both about the same there. They're not saying anything different. Here's one of the biggest things I love. and they added wireless charging. That's right, folks. Slap it on a wireless charging device, and Bob's your uncle. It's charging. I love that. Even though it's Type-C, which is very easy to plug in either way, you can do it blindfolded. I get it. But not having to have the cable is awesome. You just grab them, throw them on your charging device, and away you go. Just for those features alone, obviously, at $59.99 for both, I mean, which one are you going to go with? Of course you're going with this one. It's got wireless charging. It's got more playtime on the hours, of course. So like I said, I really think that they're going to drop the price on the N10s coming soon, or they're just going to altogether do away with them, one or the other. All right, that being said, let's go ahead and try these on, test them out, and see how they perform to the N10s, if there's any sound difference, ANC difference, and things of that nature. Let's go. Oh, one other thing I forgot to mention, also another feature on the D10 versus the N10 is the transparency mode that they're offering on these. So you actually have two modes. You have ANC on, and then when you turn it off, it goes into transparency mode, which is very nice to have on earbuds because that way you're able to hear the ambience around you if you wish. I like being able to have both options. On the N10s, you do not have that option. You cannot turn off the ANC. It's just on. Okay, right now we have the transparency on, which is really cool. I can definitely hear the fan noise on my computer. I can hear my voice nice and clearly in my ears when I'm talking to you. And that is really nice. So you don't have to basically take the earbuds out if somebody's talking to you. You just pause your song and then you turn the transparency on and then boom, you're easy to talk to. All right, so let's go ahead and turn it on. And that is done by long pressing the right earbud. And you hear a beep and it has completely cut out the fan noise. I love that about ANC is comparing it to a fan of a computer, how it just disappears just like that. It's a very nice feature to have. Now they're saying it's going to cover about 80%. I can faintly hear it. So that is true. I can definitely hear it, but what a difference compared to having transparency on and off. All right, let's go ahead and play a song. What? I like rock and roll too. Okay. All right, so let's see. We'll turn transparency back on. All right, transparency on. See, now I can hear myself talk to you. Nice feature to have. Okay, right away I noticed it's got very nice sound, just like the N10s. Very similar. I mean, I'm not hearing any difference as far as sound goes. In fact, it's also leaving you wanting more. Okay, you want to be able to turn the volume up more than what they give you. And unfortunately, I had it all the way up. But it doesn't distort, and that's good. But you almost want a little bit more sound. So you're not really getting anything different as far as I can tell between the two models. Okay, so the mids, the highs are all right there. I want to play a little bit more and just to verify what I'm telling you. Let's go ahead and play this again. Yeah, you definitely want to use the transparency off when you're listening to these. Okay, I've definitely heard enough. All right, so yes, you're going to get the same sound. I haven't noticed anything different as far as the sound goes. It definitely leaves you wanting more, like I said in the last review on the N10s. You're going to also feel the same for the D10s. But the sound is perfect. It's nice and rich. It's pleasantly perfect, if that makes sense. But for some that are bass heads, you're going to want to lean more towards the M-Pows. That I can tell you right now, because they give you a muddier, deeper bass, and you won't even have that volume all the way up on an M-Pow as you would on the DIGDIYs. All right, this is the part where I would be pros and cons, but I just don't see it necessary for the two, okay? I'm not going to fight over these versus these. We already know to go with the D10s versus the N10s because of the extra features you're going to get and it being the same exact price. So what I will do for you is tell you the pros of the D10. We'll go over it again. Wireless charging on the case. Awesome. I like the case. It's thinner. Awesome. Fits in your pocket. Better. You're going to get longer hours on the D10. I mean, do we really need to go any further? No, we don't. Do I need to let you guys know if Brannon would recommend these to you? Although I am not sponsored or endorsed through DIGDIY. They merely send me the product. I do you guys the review. Bada boom, bada bing. We've been there before. So yes, of course, I'm going to recommend the D10s. However, we are not going to recommend the N10s in this review only because of price. Now, if they drop these $20, even $10, now you might want to consider these because maybe you don't care about the wireless charging. Maybe you don't care about the extra hours for the money to save. So yeah, you're putting maybe $40 on these pair and $60 on these pair. Let's say it's $20. Now you're talking a savings. But because they're both the same price, yeah. Sorry, not happening. All right, guys, time to wrap up the video. I know it's short and sweet, but I wanted to get it out there for you so you guys can get an understanding of the two differences. And I guess it's time now for a fortune cookie open. Let's do it. Let's hope it's good fortunes for the new year. We definitely need it. No doubts about it. Let's go ahead and see what we get. Oh, it landed in my plant. All right. Listen attentively. You will come out ahead in the next few days. Wow. That's interesting. Now, I'm not going to go into detail, but I talked to somebody earlier today about some things and they kind of coincide. It's a little different. All right, guys, this is going to do it for me. Thank you so much for the 6,000 subscribers. We're on our way to 6,100 already. Fantastic. You guys are doing a great job. Keep up the great work. And until then, like and share the video as it helps my channel grow. And you guys know, I'll be seeing you in my next video.